everyone. This is the 5th week in Easter. During Easter, we are celebrating the joy of Jesus' resurrection. Why is it so many weeks? Like the disciples who were puzzled at first with Jesus' resurrection, we too need time to understand. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. After Judas had gone, Jesus said, "My children, I will be with you for a little while longer. Then you will look for me, but you won't find me. I tell you, just as I told the people, you cannot go where I am going. But I give you a new command. You must love each other just as I loved you. If you love each other, everyone will know that you are my disciples." The Gospel of the Lord. This week's Gospel is short like last week. This Gospel reading takes place before Jesus' death, and he knew he didn't have much time left with his disciples. He wanted to tell them in the clearest way possible what they should think about once he was gone. First, Jesus told his disciples he was going somewhere they couldn't go. Actually, Jesus went a few places they couldn't go. First, he went to the cross alone. Then he died alone. He went to hell to free all the souls there. Then he rose again on Easter. And then, after spending a little time with his disciples, he ascended to heaven. His disciples could not go to all those places, but they too would eventually die and go to heaven. Then, Jesus told his disciples what to focus on. Instead of worrying about him or his death or what would happen to them, he encouraged them to love each other as Jesus loved them. When they loved others, those other people would know that they're Jesus' disciples because Jesus taught the way of love. He did not ask them to think of clever things to say or do fancy things. He simply asked them to love one another, and that would be the most powerful way to show others that they were his disciples. Jesus asks the same of us. By simply loving those around us, we continue to remind everyone of the life Jesus lived and bring the power of God into everyday life. Isn't that amazing? We can all be part of Jesus' ongoing story every time we love others. It is something all of us can do. We don't need any special skills to do it. But it is probably also the hardest thing to be asked to do. Jesus, please help us to love others to carry on your work.